finale of this 4-game series in New York and the end of a 6-game road trip through New York. Let's head up to the Bronx now and welcome in Eduardo Encina, the beat writer covering the Orioles for the Baltimore Sun. And Eddie, yesterday a bit of a scare for Bud Norris. Sent home, he was ill. Wonder, would he pitch today? How effective would he be? What's the latest on Bud? And are they concerned, since he is pitching, that he might not be able to get deep?
Well, yeah, there was a good deal of concern yesterday with Bud Norris. He will start today as scheduled, but the team sent him home yesterday before the game. So, he was feeling ill. They wanted him to go back to the team hotel, get some rest, feel better, and he will start today. But the Orioles had plans on pitching this game out of the bullpen, really. They weren't going to plan on bringing anyone up from AAA Norfolk for a 105 game. If they had needed someone, they were going to have to probably pitch Brian Mattis, a left-handed reliever, especially since this Yankees lineup has so many left-handers. They have 4 left-handers and 3 switch hitters in that lineup, so he would have given them a little bit of an ideal look there. But obviously Bud Norris will go today and start for the Orioles.
All right, so Kevin Gausman on Friday went on the DL. He has shoulder tendonitis, and his appearances this year have really been infrequent. There hadn't been any kind of a pattern for Gausman getting in games. Now, what do you think will happen with Kevin when he comes off the DL and he's eligible to play again? Will he stay with the Orioles, or might he go back to AAA?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because I was talking to Kevin about this yesterday, and he hasn't ever felt this way this early in the season. Now, this has been the first time that he's began the season as a reliever. Usually, pitchers always go through kind of a dead arm phase at the end of spring training, but this one's kind of lingered. So really what the Orioles want to do now is get him some innings, and it's twofold here. One is to get him some innings so that he can see if that's the problem, that this lack of pitching is a part of why he's having this tendonitis or this discomfort in his shoulder. But also it's thinking about the future. Is you don't want him to go later into the season with just 40, 50 innings when he's going to be in your starting rotation next year. So what they're going to do right now is when he does come back, he will pitch at least 3 starts at AAA Norfolk and then reevaluate it from them, whether he returns to the team as out of the bullpen, stays down there, and continues to accumulate innings on a regular basis. So that's what their plans are with Kevin Gausman right now.
Yeah, and Buck always reminds everybody that if you have options, they won't be used against you. But in this case, this actually is a benefit for Kevin if he goes down, because then he could get stretched out.
Right, exactly. I mean, he's able to get stretched out, and like again, you're also thinking about 2016. Obviously, the starting rotation could lose 2 starters in Bud Norris and Wei-Yin Chen to free agency. So you do have to keep Kevin on with a somewhat of a starter's mentality, even though he probably can't help this team right now out of the bullpen.
All right, there's always focus on the injured players, especially when one of those injured players is a marquee player like Matt Wieters. And Matt's still down there in Sarasota, still going through the motions in the rehab and the extended spring training. What's the latest update on Wieters? How close is he getting to possibly rejoining the Orioles?
Well, there's still no definitive clear timetable on when Matt Wieters will start a minor league rehab assignment, but we're definitely getting closer. And the reason we can tell that is because on Tuesday he will catch 8 innings. That's the most he's caught in extended spring or since he had the Tommy John surgery last June. After that, the plan is for him to have 2 9-inning starts on Thursday and Saturday. If those go well, he still does need to catch back-to-back games, but then after that, he would probably be able to go on a minor league rehab assignment. We asked Buck Showalter about that today. He says it's still a ways away. You're still thinking probably at least a couple weeks here before you even start thinking about sending him to a minor league affiliate to starting a rehab assignment. But of all things, this has been one that really hasn't had a clear timetable since he got shelved in March. So, but there are still signs now that there is kind of a light at the end of the tunnel that Matt will get into and start a minor league rehab assignment sooner than later.
All right, and a good-looking pink tie there for Mother's Day. Very well done.
Thanks.